Good morning, everybody. This is Enrique of Spanish United. Today, I have a very special guest. Mira, would you be kind enough to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, my name is Nick Guccione, Guccione, Mayor of Wentzville, Missouri. Uh, Thank you for having me on your show,
It,
podcast.
it's a pleasure, likewise. Like I had said in the previous emails and text messages, I would like to talk about the city of Wentzville and how Wentzville can, deal with, Hispanophobia and how, you know, the Hispanic community could feel more welcome. And I would like to know a little bit more about the town, if that's okay with
Yeah, absolutely. Wentzville is the growing community. We have that small town feel with the amenities of a big city. When I came here 17 years ago, there was around 10,000 people. Right now, we're almost at 50,000. Fastest growing city in the state of Missouri. We are an all-inclusive community. We welcome everybody. We embrace everybody. We have events and things in the community that try to get everybody involved, be part of our community. It's got all the amenities, shopping. We're pretty much a shopping destination. All the major highways for businesses to access rail system. We're in St. Charles County, and it's just a growing community, growing county altogether in the region. We have a lot of opportunities for job growth, employment. General Motors is one of our biggest employers here, and they are always looking for employees. Right now, they're looking for about 250 employees.
Oh, wow, that's pretty im impressive. I'm
Yeah,
very
the
impressed.
growth is so fast that really right now we have a housing shortage, but they are building more houses. But we have a lot of apartments, and they're filling up as fast as they can build them. So a
Oh,
lot of
wow.
people want to be in Wentzville. We have a low crime rate. We're about the seventh safest city in the state. So there's a lot of things, accolades for the Wentzville I'd like to trout on.
Oh, nice, nice. I wanted to ask you a question. What is the percentage of Hispanic people in the city of Winsville?
I really don't know what that percentage is. I would have checked into it if I had known, but I don't know what that percentage is. We really never look at it demographics wise as that. I haven't. We were a welcome community. We just welcome everybody. We have a different mixed culture here. I've never seen any real issues. Everybody gets along pretty well. You always have that neighborhood thing where people argue about stuff, neighbors, dogs on their yard, stuff like that. But other than that, I haven't heard a lot of rumblings about anything else. So,
Okay. Yeah, the reason why I asked because I'm a social activist, and one of the things that I do is that I like to take intakes of things that happen with the Hispanic community in terms
sure.
of Hispanophobia, racism, etc. And I was pretty impressed by I think it was an infomercial that I saw on YouTube about Wentzville, and I was very inquisitive because I hear that Wentzville, you don't have too many Hispanics compared to like to other major cities like Los Angeles or New York. So that's one of the reasons why it caught my attention, and also that it's a growing city. And I also wanted to ask, do you have like cultural events where Hispanics do like cultural things?
Well, we have, I think our events are like Woodsville Days, which is a festival. We have a wine festival where everybody's, it's just for everybody. There's no certain festival we have just for one group or one and the necessity or whatever. I'm Italian. I'm full-blooded Italian. My family came over from Italy, so there's no Italian festival. We don't have any, but we'll welcome it. If somebody wanted to have a festival, I would definitely engage in it and be part of it if they would want me to. We're open to anything. Just that kind of community.
Oh, nice, nice. And I also wanted to ask about in terms of what I was going to say. In terms of accommodation, like people that want to learn Spanish, like is there like schools like in the city that helps with people with learning Spanish or no?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's a school system out here, a community college, teaches Spanish classes, Italian, whatever, Latin, whatever you want to learn. And there's also other organizations. I don't have a list in front of me, but I can sure get up the resources that we have that will teach in that culture. And this, to me, I'd like to learn about other cultures. I have a great relationship out here with some folks from Arabia. Uh, and I was meeting with a lady last night who's a Cuban, trying to get her to open a business here in Wentzville. Their Cuban sandwiches are amazing, and they're in Warrington. So I'm encouraging her to open a business, and I'm actually working with her to bring that business to Wentzville. I've never had a better sub sandwich and rice and beans in my life than they have made. So we like that diverse. We have Indian food, a restaurant just opened downtown that serves Indian food. So people like that, the change of different, we have uh, uh, Italian food places, we have uh, Japanese and Korean food. I work with I served in the military. I served 2 years in Korea. So we have a Korean university here in Wentzville. So I've worked with them. I've been at their graduations. I've been ate at their dinners. They have kimchi, which if you know how it was made, you wouldn't like it, but if you ate it, you'd love it. It's just
Yeah,
great stuff. So
I've I've had kimchi before. Here in Los Angeles, there's a huge Korean community. We have a Koreatown, so I
oh,
had
awesome.
kimchi. Kimchi is a very peculiar dish where it's like pickled vegetables with
Right.
spices.
Right. I like the spicy hot one. It's very good. But yeah, we like different cultures to bring to restaurants and different businesses in Wentzville. And like I said, if there is an event or some kind of a Spanish festival that they want to have, I work with the Jewish community because we do have a population of Jewish in Wentzville, and I'm embracing working with them and the rabbi that just kind of maybe aware of the population we have in Jewish community. So
Oh,
we would
really?
welcome you to
Wow.
come visit us. I mean, please come visit us. We'll take you around town, show you what our town's all about, and we'd welcome you. Welcome, yeah, we welcome the Spanish community here.
Oh, I really appreciate it. I'll definitely consider your offer in the future, Mayor. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
apologize for being late on the podcast. I get so many meetings going on. I sorry about the delay on getting back
hey,
with you.
hey, don't worry about it. It happens, and I know because of the time zone. I'm in the Pacific Coast, and you're in Central Time, Mountain Time.
Yes.
So it can be a little bit confusing, but I really appreciate it. Another thing I was going to ask, I know that Missouri has changed probably in the last like 10 years in terms of progression. So how would you say from like 2010 till now, which is like a 10-year period? Would you say Missouri or the city of Wentzville economically has moved forward? Has it stayed the same? Or has it stagnated? How would you describe it in your own words?
Well, it's been progressive, that's for sure. I mean, it's St. Louis has grown. The county in St. Charles County has grown. Uh, a lot of people from North County has moved out this way, so things are moving west a little bit. And then the next city is Wright City, and then going to Forestell. But everything from St. Louis City is coming kind of west, and we get a mix of people. Because the United States is a melting pot. We have all different cultures, all different people, and I think everybody gets along for the most part here in St. Charles County. We don't have a lot of issues, I say, with crime or people not feeling included. Everybody's included. Matter of fact, in my city hall, I have the words "In God We Trust," and that's all inclusive to me. That's our motto, our national motto, and so we embrace people. Not does everybody get along in the world. It's sad that they don't, but for the most part, we do here in Wentzville. We have a great community. Our police department goes out and networks. They walk the streets, they walk subdivisions, they talk to the people. They don't look for issues. They're out there just to make sure that people understand that they're not the enemy. They're here to help you, and they're here to talk to you about your issues or anything they can help with, or just play basketball with the kids. It's really, really heartwarming to see some of the things we have out here. We've had anti heroin rallies where we're trying to educate and the public about the use of drugs and heroin. I lost a niece to heroin overdose several years ago, and we want to make sure our community is aware, and we do everything we can to keep those elements out of our city. Uh,
Mhm.
so we do a lot of things like that to bring awareness. We've had, diversity meetings. I've been in diversity groups. Our officers are trained in diversity, and our officers are also trained in how to handle a situation, not using too much excessive force, not using excessive force. So
Mhm.
we go through all that training. We try to make sure our community is ahead of the pro. We're progressive. We're ahead. We always, I think we're not reactive. We're proactive. So we see issues, we address them, and try to be proactive and train our people.
Yes, I believe that's very important because when there's too much focus on punishment and non-rehabilitation, I believe
Right.
it's counterproductive, and I think the city is doing a very wonderful job. Like I said, for a city in the Midwest to be that progressive is very astonishing because people always have the stereotype that the Midwest tends to be backward in many ways.
Right. And we have pastors here in the city that go into the jails. I just went to jail the other day and talked to a young man who was on the wrong track, and his mother was very happy that he come home with a very good impression, and he wanted to run for mayor. I thought that was
Oh,
great. I mean, I encourage that. That's what it's about. We need our youth to get involved in government, and our youth to be on a positive track. And uh, once you start down that road, it's hard to when you get in the system. It's very hard to get out. So that's what I try to convey to these young people. And we've had anti-bullying meetings, for schools to try to educate kids on the effects and impact on bullying. Uh, every time there's an issue, you think you put out one fire, there's another issue you try to address and be proactive on it and things. So that's what our community about. And I've been blessed to be mayor for, let's see, almost 12 years, and I was an alderman for 6 years. So I've been in office for almost 16 years, and I've been blessed to have a community, be in charge of a community that is so progressive and positive, and people know they can reach out to me. I have
mhm.
10,000 people on my social media that in the city, and they when they're mad, they let me know, and when they're happy, they let me know too. So it's a very good communication tool for me.
Yes, I think it's very important, that there's always communication, especially with your constituents, because people want to feel that they could petition their leaders directly.
Yep, they want to feel that they can have access to it. And I won 2 awards. I'm not just patting myself on the back, but I won 2 awards for being so accessible. And I was voted one of the best of the best in St. Charles County for being accessible. And people can they know they can contact me. They know to come to my office. If I'm here day or night, they call me on a Sunday night. I'll go out to their homes. I'll go to their homeowners meetings. I go out to everything I can, and I do what I can within the authority of my
Right,
job
right,
to
of
help them.
course.
And there's some things I do with outside the authority, like volunteering for the homeless. I'm on a board for First Step Back Homeless Shelter, which we help people get off the street, get in, not a handout, but a hand up. Make sure to get a job, get food on the table, get some kind of temporary housing till we get them a permanent housing. Also work with veterans groups. So it's a lot to be mayor. You have to really be dedicated, and you have to be passionate about what you're doing and try to be there for everybody, not just one group or another. You represent everybody. That's why I like nonpartisan politics, because you can
Absolutely.
represent and help everybody, not just one party or the other party.
I definitely agree with you. Like my organization, Spanish United, we are nonpartisan. We have different uh, people from all walks of life that are Hispanic that are working together for the common good, which is culture over color, and to make reforms within the Hispanic communities, where they live. And one of the things that I'm doing is that I'm trying to establish a Spanish United Community Center, and I'm
Cool.
talking with different mayors and politicians, different areas to see if I could do like a partnership with them.
Absolutely.
Because I feel that a lot of people don't know Hispanic people. They kind of go by what they see on the news or what they go by other people, and I feel that it's a good
Right.
way of non-Hispanic people to know what Hispanic people are about.
Right. Well, I served in the military, and I can definitely tell you, I served with a lot of Hispanics and Puerto Ricans, and we had a great relationship. Had a lot of fun with them. I'll never forget some of their names. I still got them in my mind. And after I got out, a couple of years, we kind of reconnected, but we lost that. Now that you're bringing it up, I kind of want to reconnect with them, but it's been a while. It's hard to track people down, but
Mhm. So I'm actually
it's
I'm
been.
I'm actually I'm actually Puerto Rican by myself. Go
Oh,
go
really?
figure.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Well, Ortiz, Ortiz, that's was his last name. I'll just give you that.
Yeah, that's very common.
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine, and we had a good time over there in Korea. It was, we did our job, but we had a good time off duty. And I've been to Mexico a couple times, Cancun and Riviera Maya on vacation. Was treated very well. Enjoyed it. Beautiful, beautiful place. But that was on a campus now. But I did want to go to a bullfight and fight the bull. And the cab driver took me to a bullfight. But that was interesting.
Okay, okay. And I was gonna ask, like in terms of the issue of immigration or the type of thing, like how would you address, there's like concerns about, Hispanic immigrants, legal and illegal, that, are coming to the city for jobs, and there's people that might be opposed to it. So like, how would you address it?
Well, I would do what I could to help them be legal. I think if you want to be in this country, you should definitely be legal. But there's work permits, there's temporary immigration. I believe. I don't know how that all works at this level. I've never had to deal with this. I'm not really experienced in it. But I would definitely think that if you come here, you should go through the process to be legal. My grandfather did it when he came over here. He came over with $5 in his pocket, and he created several businesses and very successful. So you could be very successful in America. It takes hard work and dedication, but I truly believe you need to be legal, legal to be here.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. And I
And I,
also,
and I think we can help with that. I think it's instead of throwing rocks at the process, I think every mayor in every city should be able to help people work through that process of whatever it is. And I've got a lot of friends at the state level I could probably reach out to if somebody would want to go through that and what I could do to help. If it's a
okay.
letter recommendation or whatever I can do to help. As far as jobs, there is a lot of opportunities in St. Charles County, and not only St. Charles County, in Missouri, state of Missouri. It seems like since the pandemic, nobody wants to work. And
Mhm.
there's opportunities. And I know that coming from my era growing up, I've worked 2 and 3 jobs all my life. So to get things I wanted, so I know Hispanic people being over in Mexico, I've seen how they work. Uh, they're hardworking people.
Mm.
And a lot of friends that are here in Wentzville that have businesses that are from another country um, are hardworking. A friend of mine owns 2 fuel stations here in Wentzville, and he worked hard to get those, and he's very successful. So I think sometimes when you're born here, some people are, I guess, had it easier,
Mhm.
didn't have to work as hard as some people to get to where they're at. So I think you appreciate things more when you work for them than when you're just handed to them. So
I agree, and I agree, and I also agree that, people should be educated that, when people are coming to work, in, places where, people don't want to take those jobs, don't want to do them, there
right,
shouldn't there shouldn't be animosity towards those that are taking those jobs, because it's like, they're taking them because nobody wants to do it.
right. Well, they had the same opportunity, and if they didn't seize that opportunity and somebody else did, you shouldn't have an issue with it. I don't think I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Mm,
Uh, there's I know what you're talking about. I've heard that before. And that's to me that's just wrong. If there's opportunities, jobs that people need filled, as long as they're not taken advantage of, they're paid the same wage that everybody else would be, and treated the same way, same benefits and everything else. That's fair to me. It's fair game. So
mhm. Yes,
uh,
and I believe that, those that work, they should be getting a living wage, or, receive benefits.
absolutely. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that because somebody comes from another country, that an employer should feel, well, they're desperate. I'm gonna pay them less than I would pay somebody who's already been here, American or whatever. Should get paid the same. Same with women. Everybody paid same benefits equally and treated the same way.
Hmm. Yeah, because unfortunately, that tends to be a recurring problem with the Hispanic community, especially those that are undocumented. They tend to be exploited by employers, and, they you
Right.
know, they pay them whatever they want. So that's one thing that I do, is that I monitor and expose, also employers that expose that try to exploit Hispanics, and also try to make sure that these types of things don't happen because Hispanics are the largest minority in the United States, but they are the ones that suffer the most discrimination, and it's the majority
Yeah,
of the time it's in silence.
I love when politicians want their vote, but then where they at when they get elected,
Exactly, exactly. And that's one thing that I don't appreciate because it's like, Hispanics contribute so much, but I feel that we get so little in return for all of the work and effort that we do. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is, lobby for changes in the laws that there should be hate crime clauses enacted to protect Hispanic people, and prosecute people that commit
Sure.
hate crimes against Hispanics, and also to recognize Spanish as a co-official language of the country, and also that there should be recognition of Hispanic people as a third group.
Yeah, I'd be very interested. I'm gonna check with my city manager. I have a city manager who kind of runs the day-to-day with me and see if they have a number of our population of Hispanics. I mean, I've run into a lot of them, but I don't know what our population is. I know some of the demographics as far as uh, the medium income is right around 95,000. Housing about 250,000. That's a medium household house for sales about 250,000 average. But I don't know what that is. That breakdown is. I never really looked into it, but it's interesting you brought that up because I'm going to look into it. I'd like to know now. I don't
Yeah.
know if there's a certain group or a certain area that they're in or anything. I don't know. That's something I don't know.
Hmm.
And I would definitely like to, if there's an organization here, please have them reach out to me. I mean, they're welcome to come here and sit down and talk to me. Let's talk about any issues or problems or anything we could do to work together on anything. If there's an event or special things you want to have, that's surely something we could work on.
I really do appreciate it, Mayor. Thank you so much. Anyway, our time is up. I want to tell you thank you so much for being on the show. As soon as I'm done, I will email you the link, and you could share it to whoever you want to share it with. And we'll definitely keep in touch.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank
Have,
you.
your, have yourself a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye bye.